Welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute because, well, we've just been taking a bit of a break really. There's been holidays, went to Greece, been working, and we've just been enjoying the really hot weather that we've been having. So, yeah, sunbathing and stuff, but now we're back and, well, there's been some movement in the fleet. You might remember the last video we put out was around the Z4, and, well, that's taken a little bit of a turn, and I'll splice in some video that I took a few weeks ago now. So back in May, I had a bit of an incident with the Z4. Ended up getting cut up on a roundabout and headed sideways over into a curb, which, as you can see, ended up ripping a tyre to shreds, damaged a couple of wheels. They are not particularly savable, unfortunately, so I'm going to need a new set of wheels and a couple of tyres. What it did result in is a pretty gnarly bit of camber, which I had a bad feeling about things being bent, but I managed to get underneath it and take a look once it was back on the drive. Well, we're at the offending side, and as you've seen by the images, it was a pretty bent camber is the only word I can use to describe it. So I've got it up in the air, got all four wheels off because I need to drop the oil anyway for another purpose, which you'll see. And I wanted to see what the damage was. And I think I'm pleasantly surprised that it's not something catastrophically bent. So let's have a look underneath, see what we can see. So here we are, underneath the offending side that has got some abnormal camber. And I was expected to see something bent, but I think that's what's causing my abnormal camber. I think the wheel has hit the curb on the inside, and it's just pulled the camber arm down. My apprentice doing apprenticing things. Yeah, so I don't think anything's bent. What I don't understand is why somebody's put all this weird sealant stuff on it. It's like someone's just got under here with the wheel still on and sprayed everything with underseal. Pretty, I mean, gung-ho-ish. It's not even covering everything. They only did one side of the drive shaft. Yeah. So that's how the Z4 is currently sat, or was sat before I moved it to put my next edition on there. But I put it to one side for the time being. I'm going to want to put some proper effort into it and get it sorted once and for all, which will probably mean dropping the rear subframe, getting some, you know, new bushes, new arms, until it's probably done. But there's been some movement, and I'm kind of zoomed into my face here because I am currently sat on my latest acquisition, something that I've always wanted for a while. Always wanted to own one for a while. I'll leave you pause for a minute, but there was once someone said that you're not a true petrol head until you've owned one of these. I'm sure you've all guessed it by now, but I've got myself an Alfa. But it's not just any old Alfa. It's one of those special Alfas that has got a green little cloverleaf in the corner of the side skirts and a green little cloverleaf on the rear bumper. We are, of course, talking about an Alfa 145 cloverleaf. It's a phase 2 facelift, and as you can see, it hasn't had much love recently. Right, so what do we know about this lovely machine? It's a 2000 plate on an X-Reg, Alfa 145 cloverleaf, 2-litre twin spark, 155 horsepower. It had the sort of phase 2 engine in it in the later years, which had an extra massive 5 horsepower that they added, which made all the difference, apparently. But apparently don't sound as good as the phase 1s because they came with a cast exhaust manifold, not a tubular exhaust manifold. What else do we know about it? I haven't heard it run. There's no battery on it. It hasn't been MOT'd since 2017, so that's 8 years. It's got 89,000 miles on the clock, and I think 2 owners from new. The last owners had it since about 2010, 2011. It's been really well looked after, apparently. Really good chat with the previous owner's sister. Fortunately, he's passed away recently, so she needed to move it on as part of the estate. And here I am back in South Wales with a lovely Alfa 145. Yeah, it's in good nick-ish. It's obviously been sat on a drive for about 8 years. But it's all looks complete. I put a battery on it when I went to pick it up.
just to make sure that, you know, there was power to it. I wanted to check the mileage. I haven't tried turning it over or starting it yet. That is the next step today, because it's on the back of the trailer and I need to get it on my drive, and that's going to be difficult to do without being able to drive it. However, what I have just noticed is the clutch pedal is on the floor, so I think the slave cylinder's failed. But, you know, that's an easy fix because that's just on top of the gearbox underneath the battery tray. So I don't know how we're going to move it still, but we move. We play what's in front of us and we go for it. But I've always wanted an Alfa, and this came up on eBay. It was fairly cheap, and it was a few days left, and I sent the sort of seller an offer, and they said, no, we want to let the auction play out, which I respect. That's fine, that's up to them. And I thought, oh, you know, someone's going to probably see this and snap it up. It's a pretty rare car at the moment, and I was the only bidder when I won, which I'm surprised at, because maybe people think it's a bit too much of a project, but we don't mind that, do we? We don't mind that. But what a great little car. I mean, what a proper little 90s mad little hot hatch from the Italian automakers. I really like it in here. It's simple, it's nice, it's kind of elegant. I really like the steering wheel, although I think the sun's got to it a little bit, so I might have to try and replace a little bit of that. These steering wheels don't come cheap. Maybe I can get it fixed or whatever, but yeah, it's really good condition inside here. Seats are in really good nick. All the rest of the interior is in good nick as well, so I just want to see if I can get it started now and cleaned up a little bit, you know, because yeah, and then maybe sort of start figuring out what I need to do to recommission it and get it back on the road. I know one of the big things, well, there's two big things that you need to worry about these. One is it's an Alfa, so the electrics may not be electricing, and the rust. Now, two of the big points are on the strut tops. I've had a look and they look actually okay, but I need to get rid of all those leaves and crud and mud that's built up over the last 8 years and give it a good wash and really see what it is that I'm dealing with. And the sills and the floors. Now, it does look like it's already had some welding, so I need to see the quality of that and understand whether or not it needs any more. But I'm fingers crossed. When the owner said that it had some welding done, I was quietly optimistic that it's not going to need any more. So, next step, let's see if we can get this thing started. I'm hoping I don't need to put any petrol in it, and I am hoping that the oil looks good in it. I've checked the oil, it looks fine, and it looks nice and clean. So I'm just going to disconnect the injectors, disconnect the sparks, the coils, and just, you know, try and turn it over just a few times, get some oil circulating, and then see where we go from there. But I just want to make sure it turns over and see if it starts. I do understand from the previous owner, or the previous owner's sister, they did start it around 3 years ago to move it off his drive because he'd sold a car in his garage that he needed to move, and he said it started fine. So I'm hoping it's going to be all right. But come along with us on this journey, see if we can get this old Alfa started. Okay, so I've just got an airline on the engine bay to get rid of a lot of the crud. It's looking alright, yeah. It's looking a lot cleaner now than what it was before. The main reason that these strut tops go is because Alfa, in their infinite wisdom, decided that is a really good idea. Why? What's that doing? I don't understand what that's protecting. But as you can see, where that foam has held water, that's the only bit that strut top has started to go. And that's fine. That's pretty solid, so I can treat and paint that. That's absolutely no issues whatsoever. Same on the other side. The only bit that it started to go is where the foam insert goes in there, so I can definitely treat that. I don't think I have to cut out and weld in new strut tops, which was my biggest worry. Like, if the floor needs welding or the sills or whatever, that's fine. But the strut tops, you know, getting those cut out and welded back in geometrically right, and that's beyond my simple expertise. So, next step, I've checked the oil. And it is looking pretty schmick. You can see the colour of it there on the rocker cover. Craig was worried it was a little bit sticky, but I think it's fine. I can't get it back in the hole. That's what she said. So the oil's fine. I've had a quick look down here, and that seems all right. It's just obviously a bit dry. It just doesn't turned over for a while, but it looks fairly clean. I've gone through all the service and checked when the belt was last done. The only record of a belt being done was in 2007. So that's probably my only next concern, but I'll deal with that. I'll be fine. And obviously that you can see down there where I think the clutch slave cylinder has failed and the fluid's leaked on top of the gearbox. So I will need to replace that in order to have some gears. But you know, that looks fairly accessible. Just battery tray out and get on with it. So twin spark means it's got 8 sets of plugs. I'm going to take this rocker cover off, or this engine cover, which is the later plastic one. The earlier ones came with a nice aluminium cover on, and I'm going to see about taking the plugs out and maybe just dropping a bit of oil down the bores, disconnecting the coils and the injectors, and then put a battery on it and turn the engine over. Make sure it's nice and free and has got a bit of lubrication before we fire it up. Okay, that's the coils out, all 8 of them. Well, 4 coils, but kind of 8 leads, I guess, for my 8 plugs. So, as you can see down there, those look like they've had a bit of water in. I can focus. Whereas these ones don't look too bad, so these 2 I'll be careful with. Yeah, I've seen better oil filters.
Fuel filter.
Fuel filter?
I know. It's pretty.
Fuel filter?
Fuel filter.
Oh, God. I got 2 wet plugs there.
Oh.
2 rusty ones. Yeah.
Oh, rusty.
I don't know, what do you think? Not too bad. Seen worse. There's no water lying in there.
Yeah, could be old.
And you can see on that.
No, I was just water's gone in there.
Some water's got in there at some point.
Just looking up with it, kind of.
Yeah, so I'll just be a bit careful with them. I'm good at being careful. Right, plugs are out and scores on the doors. That one was very oily. These are the rusty ones. And that one was oily and this one was oily, but yeah, they're out at least. So I'm just gonna put a bit of air down the lines, get any crud out of there, and then plug a little bit of, just a tiny bit of oil down each of the things. Disconnect the injectors, hook a battery up and turn them over. Right, injectors disconnected, plugs out. The only thing I've done is put a bit of oil down the balls. So I'll do that. That sounds oil.
Thanks, Assad. You donate all 8 holes or just the 4?
I'll do just a little bit. Don't dribble down each hole. Not too much down there.
So it's going to be first turnover without compression.
Maple syrup.
Yes.
No compression. I just want to see if it's not seized. That's the main thing.
Or we put fresh fuel in before
If it's seized, it will be going from you to the scrap. Should have power.
Lights.
Power.
Makes noises.
No immobiliser light isn't going off.
Oh. You're on your camera, so Mike said the immobiliser light's not going off.
We'll just have to see how it goes now. Right, fire it, ready?
Yeah. Alright, a lot of dust came out the first 2 holes.
Yeah, it's the rust thing.
Yeah. If anything, just sounds like a rough starter. But you just woken it from the dead, really, haven't you?
Yeah, it's the first time that's been used in a few years, really.
Many years, like, yeah.
Right, plugs back in. I'll clean the plugs up.
Fresh fuel.
Put some aid on the lines. Some aid on the bolt. Get all that dust out.
Fresh fuel.
Injectors. Might have to go and get some fresh fuel, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can use that with the
Jerry can in there.
I'll fill it back up. Alright. Cut. Everything go bang.
I just ready to hear a purr in. I got faith, guys. I got faith.
Right, coils back in, plugs
No
back
thanks.
in.
No thanks, Trav.
Everything cleaned up.
Yeah. Trav, no thanks.
We put a jerry can of fuel in what was already 3/4 tank of shit fuel. So I don't think that would have done anything. So this might not start because of shit fuel, but it might not start because it's ruined anyway. It might not start because it's not recognising the immobiliser on this. Ready?
Try it now. Can you close the door, like lock and unlock on the fob? Something's beeping, isn't it? Yeah. So a bit of an update. We found the fuel pump isn't fuel pumping. So we're currently removing the fuel pump.
Attempting to remove it.
Attempting to remove the fuel pump, so we can have a look
Without
at
snapping things.
if we can get it to come back to life long enough for it to run.
Find the right tool for the job.
Italians, we do a left-hand thread. We have
It
to
is not
tighten
thread.
it to loosen it.
It is not how we have welded it on. They do not need the fuel pump, it will be fine. Right, well, we've taken this apart, and we didn't film it, but we took this apart. We gave the fuel filter a bit of a tap, fuel pump a bit of a tap, and applied some power directly to the top of it there. Managed to get it spinning. So put it back together. Whether or not it works or not, let's find out. Let's put it back in and see if we can get some fuel going.
I like the look, yeah. I just like where I am.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I want to go again. First week I did was more park orientated, all this stuff. I just want to see some real stuff up there.
The hard part's trying to get a rubber sealing. It's an absolute pain.
I didn't even think the places that are not active on it, but I just don't think I'd ever be one of those like free from home. Born as this, I would just it's one of those.
I wonder if I put the ceiling first.
I had this battle on my Mark IV, it's a pain in the ass.
Right then.
Fire in the hole, is it? I like on the front minute. Did I put the keys on the seat?
The ignition's still on.
Ah. Hang on.
3/4 tank of fuel.
Confidence level?
Yeah, I think it'll be alright now. I don't know if we can hear this fuel pump. I can't hear it.
Try.
It's 3/4 tank of fuel, so
I can't hear it from here either.
ready?
Yeah. And yeah, boy. It just needs oil circulating.
Welcome. We are now at the following day to get in this good old Alfa Romeo started. I got it back on my drive, we trailered it over, drove it off the trailer, drove it onto my drive. Managed to get some clutch back, but the master cylinder is definitely leaking. But this isn't the only Alfa that I bought. Weirdly, for some reason, I bought 2 Alfas. And the other one is right behind this camera. I bought this Alfa, not this one, bought that Alfa before this Alfa. I won this Alfa on eBay on the way home from picking up that Alfa. Now, I've always wanted Alfas. Like I said, we've got that. I've been brought up in that generation that I've led to believe from the DT that is Clarkson, Hammond and May, that unless you've owned an Alfa, you're not a real petrol head. So I wanted to tick that box. I wanted to scratch that itch. So here we are, scratching it twice. I found the Alfa behind us, which is, as I will now reveal, a T-plate 1999 Alfa GTV Spider with a 2-litre twin spark engine in it. Exactly the same engine as this, 155 horse. It's got 80,000 miles on it. I've got no history with it. A little bit. I've got a manual similar to all this, but no history with it, so don't know when the belts were done, etc. So I need to figure out what to do with that. Critically, it's got no exhaust. The previous owner took the sports exhaust off it, and I don't know what they've done with that. So short video today. I just wanted to give you guys an update on where we are on the channel. Some sad news about the Z4, but I've still got it. It's not going anywhere. I just want to put the time and effort that it deserves into it. I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to buy cheap parts. I want to just build up what I need over it, and then maybe that's a winter job when I get it, if I can get it undercover over winter. However, these two I can have a tinker around with. We've got our Rockbox Rally going to Ireland in October. I'd love to take this. I think it would be an absolutely cracking car on those sort of windy Irish roads. And I think they would just sound fantastic bouncing off the hills. So that's my plan with this. Recommission it to get it into a place where I can take it to Ireland in October. That doesn't include a full nut and bolt restoration. It's just get it recommissioned, get it running, get it stopping, get it going. That's the minimum I need to do. Just get it to Ireland. I'm not going to sort any of the paint out. I'm not going to do anything. Just get it to Ireland. The GDV, maybe that might get to Ireland as well with one of the other boys. I'll see if they want fancy taking it. But I think I'm just going to put an exhaust on that. Other than that, it looks fine. I'll get an MOT on it and just maybe daily drive it for a bit and just make sure it's okay. See if one of the boys want to take it. Otherwise, maybe put it for sale. Who knows? So a quick video today just to show you what I'm up to. Next video, I'm going to put 2 videos out. Everything that's wrong with my 145 Cloverleaf and how I'm going to fix it. And then another video about everything that's wrong with the GTV Spider and how I'm going to fix that. I've already fixed the roof, and I'll show you how I did that as well in the next video. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. I know it's short, sharp and sweet. Hopefully you enjoyed us getting the 145 started. And hopefully you enjoyed the short snippets of the GTV. But please stay tuned because there's going to be some good content coming up soon. I know it's been a hot minute, but you know, we've been on holidays and stuff. Give us a break. If you want to see more, subscribe, drop us a like, drop us a comment. Have you had a 145? Have you seen one on the road lately? I know Furious Driving's got one. I've been watching a lot of his videos on how to fix stuff, so thank you to Mr. Furious Driving. I've appreciated some of your tutorials on how you fix stuff, especially the immobilizer. In fact, there was a funny story with when I picked this up, the owner came out with just the red, I haven't got it on me to show you, but just the dark red hollow key, which you can open the doors with and it'll work in the ignition, but there's no immobilizer chip in it, so it won't start the car. She said she couldn't find any other keys, and I was like, I don't know if I want to buy this if I know I can't start the car. But it was Furious Driving video that made me realise that I wouldn't be able to start the car with that key. So thank you, Mr. Furious Driving. Thankfully, she went in the house and had a rummage around for 20 minutes, and she came out with 2 of the original master keys, which evidently start the car. I don't get an immobilizer light, they start the car, happy days. There's some real good quirks with this car. It's got like an old CD changer and stuff in it. So yeah, please stay tuned. I think you'll enjoy the next couple of videos on this. Subscribe, like, appreciate your support. Enjoy the rest of the day.